Yo, 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 good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, Jazz? You were first. Good morning, Devin with the heart. Heart, you back. What's up, Mark Millie, Deep, Daniel, Purple Mango, JB, Ben, Tulip, Ace, Carrie, Randy, Vanessa, Bro, Minnie, J Lamp, Chad, Rambo, what's up? Miguel, P, Big Lou, Boo Boo, RW, Leo, Brandon, Alexis, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Tobias. Alright, since I started a tad late, let's go ahead and just jump into things. Hope you all had a great weekend. That's a good thing to start off with. Hopefully you all got to rest, relax, have fun, whatever you were looking to do this weekend. This morning, though, it looks like we are starting about $1 higher than where we closed about. It's not perfectly. We're pretty much there, though. Which puts us kind of in between these two levels here. This is in between the range that we need to see broken. We need to see 405 and 407, essentially. Both of those break to the upside for buyers to reach 409, 410, 412 area. We also have 415, 417, and 420, which are all very close resistances over our head right now. So those are a couple of things we need to look out for if we do break to the upside. If we reject 405 to 407 range, then we need to look to at least come back down and maybe retest 400. So that's pretty easy game plan from the bigger time frame. Go down to the smaller time frame. It changes up a little bit. Let's fix our time axis. Yeah, that's way wrong. There we go. Alright, so it looks like over 405.65, you can look towards these areas, and above this area we can look for more bulls. For bears, you need to see 403.40's break. That's essentially the break below right there. They even kind of tested it in pre-market a little bit. So give me a thumbs up if that makes sense to what you guys are looking at with SPY. Above 405.65 for scalps towards for more. Alright, got that one done. That one's pretty easy because everything's in range. Apple. So they're kind of stuck between this area and this area. So keep that on watch. Amazon really didn't move as much, which is not a bad sign because that's good. You want something, even if the market's up or down, you want something to be flat. So it has divergence against the overall market. Like that one instantly, it's like over 95.30s, you take calls. Under whatever pre-market low is, you take puts. Which it looks like there is 94.25 area. So Amazon's a possible. I like that one. Oop, Tesla, kind of a possible. Previous day high over here at 200.50. You got pre-market low right here, 196.90. That could be a really good range for Tesla. Meta 190 or 185.25. Previous day close. Ooh, Nvidia is not a bad one. Alright, let me add Amazon so we have at least one on the list. Alright, looks like a lot of you guys got the game plan for SPY. Looks good. I see the new feature on YouTube. You can see the live chat on our TV. Oh, you couldn't see it on the TV before? Huh. That's probably for the better, to be honest. 95.30s. 96, 40, 97. Below 94.25 towards. Oh, my D key is sticking. 94. Wait, I'm doing that wrong. 94. We'll say 202. Tesla above 200.50 towards 202 and 204. I'll say 205 is like a tertiary target. 196 90s towards 195.25 slash yesterday's open 194.81, yesterday's low 192.88. We'll just say 193. Anything past 193, more downside. Anything above 205, definitely getting more upside. Meta, we could look over 188 or under 184.50. They have a pretty wide range. Same for Microsoft, above 257 basically, or under 254. Looks like AMD. Am I in the right chart? I am. Oh, you know what I did? I must have gone to the... Maybe that is it. Okay. Well, let's get our previous day close. We'll get our pre-market low, pre-market high. Oops, that's not right. Pre-market high. Pan tool. Previous day open. Previous day low. So AMD above 82.30s or under 81 is kind of an initial breakout range for them. Nvidia, I'd say it's about 240 and 236.70, which you do have a level very close by at 235.80, so you can also utilize that to the downside. Netflix, honestly, Netflix is all over the place because if you just do basic supply and demand, you go from the high, last open of the green candle, and the same thing for the low. You pretty much have the entire day as a supply and demand for intraday, so that doesn't really help us out on this one. But I would say, levels wise, 314 to the downside looks good, and then you have 317.50. So I'd say above 317.50 or under 313.90s basically. But that looks like an initially good game plan for Netflix on both sides. So they have a level there as well. 216.12 would be a good break above for Boeing. To the downside, you have 214.40. Might do Boeing. We never do Boeing. I want to target that low first, so 213.40, 212.15, 211. I was gonna say, I don't think this one's ready. Previous day open, previous day high, previous day low, pre-market low, pre-market high, previous day close. Alright, so BABA doesn't look that bad actually, now that you charted up a little bit. But above 89.50 and 89.72, they look really good to go into the 90s, possibly mid-90s. They end up getting a break lower under 88.70s, very small room to 88.40s, and if broken, they have a really good level that's over $1 or less than $1 away. So that'd be a pretty good break below for BABA. Coin, previous day high, previous day close, pre-market. Ooh, I like that. Previous day open, previous day low, pre-market low. I do coin as well. Let's try to go back up and let's fit in one of these big boys again. Already did Amazon, Tesla. Talked about Meta. Talked about Microsoft. I guess we'll try to fit in AMD. Above 82, 35, target 83, 83, 50, 84. Below 81, target 80, 40, 80, 50. There's our list for the day. Let me send this out to everybody real quick. Spy, go back to that. We're all good on spy though, right? Everybody's good on spy. We understand what we're looking out for. I'll even color code it real quick. Red, green. Kind of got 3 green levels here. Green, green, and this is kind of a yellow because it's like a in-between median. Do not touch. All right, let me get this list sent out, everybody. Then we should be good to go. I don't know why I have that highlighted blue either, so just ignore it. All right, let's see what y'all are saying in this YouTube chat. Who's going crazy? Who's going wild? Good morning, everybody in here. Yep, Apple up on rumors, which pretty good rumors. Good morning, Zaytoven. Good morning, Satch. Hello, my degenerate gamblers. Hey, Bueller, is there a way I can keep a trend line straight by holding a button? I know that you can kind of cheat it if you grab a trend line, like let's say from here to here, and you have this on like a point you can't move, but you have this one on one you can pivot. I know if you just activate it, you can kind of move it off of this, and that makes it a little easier. But I don't think so. There might be a way to hotkey it. Monkey Pirate just said shift, so there you go. I've never done shift, so might have a good idea on that one. Thank you, Monkey Pirate. Good morning, Mel.
Good morning.
What's going on, Devin?
Not too much. Nice and early today. They're going to keep pumping the market up. We're going to get a pullback. What are you thinking?
I'm honestly thinking a pump. And then if Powell comes out and just continues to say what's already been said, then I believe we go up more. Probably see 420 by the end of the week.
That'd be insane. It's insanely sweet.
But if anything else is said to confirm the other side or invalidate any of the recent news, then we'll probably have a very tough range to fight back and forth between for a couple weeks till the Fed meeting. and see the true result of everything they've been going over.
Yeah. I hope they all stay on the same tone and they don't contradict each other. Good morning, everybody. I hope you got your studying in this weekend. Seeing some good progress with a couple of you. It's pretty encouraging to see. Like Tesla's range gets over 200.
Alright, we got about 4 minutes till open. I'm gonna go grab a water real quick. Keep them occupied, Devin.
Alright. You guys excited? It's 4 minutes to market open. Gonna hurry up and wait 10 minutes. Not gonna overtrade this week, right? Everyone's got their trade plans. Know what they're gonna do. Nice, Rambo. Swinging some Apple over the weekend. News in your favor as well. That's always a good feeling. But I like Tesla over 200. I like NVIDIA over 240. Mel's metal trading, so I guess he's at a metal show. Metal. Yes, sir. Hurry up and wait. Meta getting going on their pre-market a little bit over yesterday high. Netflix can get over 318. That'll be a good mover.
We're gonna make that bread today, Devin.
Yes, sir. I hope we get a nice move. Could get a little range day because it's Thursday and Friday, but I just got this feeling they're just going to start ripping the face off the Bears. Then the Bears are going to have to start covering. It's just going to help push it up, and then it's just, they're going to keep. Then you're going to have some FOMO coming in because all the people feel like they missed out. And it's just going to, like you said, it's just going to be one of those weeks where most people are like, how do we do it? Well, it's because the combination of all those things I just said could happen. And next thing you know, you get a nice little pumpy pump. Especially if we get all the right words from the Fed to confirm it. But if not, looking to come right back down to where we came from. Get some bad data. J Powell says the wrong thing. Either way, should be a good week. All right, we got about 15 seconds before we get the Rocky open. Ding, ding, ding.
10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1.
And we're doing it. Netflix popping up there on the open. See if that's going to hold. Meta trying to pop up there, so Google as well. So comms looking a little bit strong off the gate.
Amazon strong out the gate with comm sector as well, even though that's two different sectors. Microsoft and Apple both indecisive at open.
Coming down.
AMD and Nvidia are doing the exact opposite right now. BA and Coin also coming down.
Nvidia rejecting pretty hard. Apple trying to get over pre-market high. Microsoft not doing the same. Tesla breaking pre-market low. That's helping bring Amazon back down under pre-market high. Google's still trying to hold up. Netflix had a pretty decent push, but it's getting wicked back down now. Nvidia going red, coming down through its midpoint.
Apple's still holding. Amazon wicked down pretty hard. Tesla touched pre-market low. Meta still trying to hold up. Microsoft indecisive holding up. Google holding up very well. AMD and Nvidia both all over the place, especially Nvidia. And Netflix trying to hold over that previous day high.
Trying to hold midpoint here and pop up a little bit. Pre-market high is right above 40 cents above at 405.63. Google's still pushing higher. Apple's pushing up a little more. Amazon's coming back up to pre-market high. Microsoft at pre-market high. Nvidia got back over pre-market high after the retest. Banks creeping up to their pre-market high. SPY coming up towards that pre-market high. If we pop that 406 right above. UNH looking off yesterday high. SOM flirting around at pre-market low. Com's pretty strong here. Netflix coming back up towards 320 after a pretty hard retest. Still in the first 5 minutes here. Buyers are trying to get that pre-market high. Popping pre-market high here. Steve will go 406.
Yeah, right above this we have 406.40, 406.60 range. If they even close outside of pre-market. We're fighting it.
Got Microsoft and Apple moving higher here.
Good morning, Jacko. Just asked, but you were gone. Where are the 402 and 404.91?
Tesla coming back to that previous low at day.
So 404.91 is a halfway point between 403.50 and 406.40. So that's where that one comes from. We just added it last week, and I did not extend it to the left just so people weren't like, oh, it's from the far left. It technically is from the far left, but it's from right here. We just decided to add it here since we didn't like the amount of range above 403 last week towards 406. So we said, you know what, let's add a level in between, and that's what it was. Now 402, I have to color code. Let's go look where I get it from.
NVIDIA rejecting as well again.
Which this one is also a halfway point. It looks like a halfway point between this level here, which is an emerging candle. You have another emerging candle up here. We drew a halfway point. That's what you got for this level. Then we did a halfway point between this emerging candle and that halfway point. And that's what gave us 402. There's too much room here. It looks like I need to add another one right here, to be honest with you, which is where we get that 404.51. So they're both just halfway points, covering up a larger range. Because it looks like the range is from, let's look. The range is from, like, honestly, 400, 397 area. Up to about 407. Just looking at the candles there. But that's where they come from. That's a good question.
Microsoft and Apple still trying to push higher as Tesla and Amazon are struggling. Tesla's down more than Amazon. Com's wicking a little bit too. Still about 3 minutes from this 10-minute candle.
Microsoft picked up a little bit better. AMD, Nvidia trying to hold their pre-market lows. Netflix also moving higher. BA maintaining under 214.40s. Watch for continued rejection of 214.40s for more downside. If they pop over it, you could be seeing a good push to the upside towards previous day high, which is 216. BABA broke lower. I would look to see if they hold under their previous day low or not. And coin, very indecisive in between the range we chose for them today. Still though, very nice to see it confirming our range.
Meta getting wicked down pretty hard, about to go red. Netflix trying to get over 320. Google coming back towards pre-market high.
Yo, good job, Nox. I just saw what you said in chat. Great job on the green start to your week. It always feels really good starting off with kind of a green couple trades, just because you feel like you have good momentum, good start to the week. It's always the best. Plus, it puts you in a good mind space, too. Just don't get too ahead of yourself. Focus on the next trade, just like you would if you didn't have a green trade today.
Got less than a minute left on this 10-minute candle here. Apple, Microsoft still holding up pretty strong. Tesla's coming to the downside with Amazon.
Dude, Netflix is on fire.
Yeah, Netflix is a lot better than Meta and Google, and they started out slower, so they definitely doing something. And they had a nice retest off the open as well. So let's see what this 10-minute candle is going to give us here. Netflix way above 320. Microsoft opened up near the high, same with Apple. Banks haven't really done too much, same with UNH. Pretty tight range on those. Meta's almost at that yesterday high. SPY's retesting pre-market high area.
Be sure to drop a like on the stream, everybody. It definitely does help out a lot. Hope you guys enjoy the watch list making we do every pre-market. Hopefully you guys like some of the sector talk we did last week on Friday. We had a huge, almost lesson-like part of the stream on Friday, kind of in the first hour and a half, where we just kind of talked about sectors, what to look out for, leading, lagging, all that good stuff. The weights, the differences between them, what makes up SPY, all that good stuff. Right now, we're looking for SPY to possibly break through 405.60s. If that can happen, we can get a good push towards the better levels, which is 406.40, 406.60. That's what we really need to see broken, is that area. This would just be kind of an initial breakout. So far, we're just rejecting it over and over, though. We're only about 11 and a half minutes into the market today. Good morning, John. Need SPY to rip to 406. We'll see. SPY and Tesla moving in different directions this morning. Yeah, which isn't an anomaly, to be fair. We have seen this a lot on Tesla.
Amazon's starting to come back up pretty quick towards pre-market high. See if that's going to help out Tesla under this pre-market low. Is SPY still trying to re-get this pre-market high? Apple still holding up with Microsoft.
Meta pulled back the previous day high, and they're on top of it right now.
Google's actually almost at its previous intraday high, same with Netflix. So Meta's the weak one in the comms right now.
Microsoft looking scared after that push.
XOM still holding range, same with Merck B. Starting to get over that previous intraday high here. See if we get some good volume coming in on the short-term time frame. If not expecting a crazy pop yet. Pretty weak volume. Apple's still trying to push a new high. Nvidia's coming up again towards its pre-market high after retesting pre-market low. Tesla getting back over pre-market low. New high on Microsoft. Still just battling around pre-market high on SPY. Meta's still being weak. Yeah, no volume here yet. Still early on the 10-minute candle though.
Apple really showing out today. 2.5%. Netflix almost 2%. Microsoft as well. Microsoft and Apple are doing very well together this morning. They are the strongest sector today, up 1% on XLK, that's tech.
Typically, they haven't been running in sync, but today they're pretty aligned up, so it's nice to see.
Tesla finally showing some buyers. This is as Amazon is attempting to hold their previous day high at 94.93, 94.90s area. So as long as Amazon holds that previous day high, it helps Tesla out. Tesla needs to really hold on to their pre-market low and start working their way towards their today's open.
Making that new intraday high again. See if it's going to get volume this time as Microsoft's pushing higher. XOM's almost at pre-market high. Q's are at their previous intraday high. Netflix still making new highs. Banks, financials coming back up towards their opening price and pre-market high right above.
Hope you're okay, Money Lisa. Nice rejection at the same 405.60. We did get a close over it. Getting a slight rejection now. See if they have the strength to break today's open or 404.90s.
Apple rejected pretty good. Meta coming down a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm kind of keeping my eyes on the sectors right now because the only one that really pushed was tech, and then you had comms, which that's really not that much of the market. Everything else is just kind of flat. They were almost up 1%. Now they're under 0.75%. XLC was up over 0.75%. They're now 0.5%. XLC also has a gap to fill to the downside towards previous day high and possibly 54.70. So you could be seeing a smaller move to the downside on comms, which is your Netflix, Google, and Meta. And then let's see XLK. And XLK is mostly up on Apple news anyway. So we'll see what happens with them. So Apple's a big watch for tech in general.
Short-term seller volume's coming in pretty nicely, so see if that's going to come over the bigger time frame. Amazon getting down underneath yesterday highs. Tesla's potentially giving you a nice retest entry off a pre-market low if it goes and breaks this previous intraday low.
Good job, Rambo.
Apple and Microsoft both pulling back more. Google's getting close to that pre-market high. Netflix is retesting a little bit. Spot still above the midpoint of 404.63.
Your comms are still weak, but it hasn't really done much.
Got our next 10-minute candle here. Yeah, Wag, it's looking like a 30-minute candle day for sure. Berk B breaking out to the upside. Have a good day, Tobias.
See you, Tobias. Utilities moving up more. Devin Carey asked something about your 30-minute candle.
Oh. It just means I like to see the 30-minute candle print before I make a trade. It's just a personal preference. It means I haven't really liked the price action in the first, after the first 10 minutes, there really wasn't a clear breakout or clear direction on anything to want to scalp. So I'm just going to wait for a 30-minute candle and hopefully get a better idea of what the market wants to do.
It's
But
to get his footing.
Yeah, Berk B is giving a nice push to the upside as Apple's coming back up to pre-market high. Google's been holding up. Meta's trying to come back up. Microsoft sold off not near as much as Apple. Netflix still holding well. I'd like to see a nice pop of this previous high in 406 with good volume. Otherwise, they're probably just going to push it right back down. But Apple is coming back up, so that helps. Meta, Google, all helping. Berk B really getting going.
Tech and comms both picking back up again. That's helping us push the most. Tesla still struggling under the pre-market low.
Yeah, it's not helping Amazon at all because Amazon's struggling at yesterday high.
Meta is trying to hold above the previous day close. Very strong area for them.
We're back at that pre-market high, but we got to get over that previous intraday high right above with good volume now.
Google's doing good. AMD, Nvidia just holding range, and Netflix holding as well. If I was to use a fib, let's see what it looks like. So Netflix looks good for more upside as long as they hold this area. If they lose that area, they're coming back down to 9 EMA and most likely 317.50. Which 9 EMA is already in that area anyway.
Send in the volume.
Pretty good bullish reaction inside of the range. Can they get that follow through now? Now, Alan, that's the second. That's what the link says, because I need to restart that file. That's just the name of the old file. It's not 410. I haven't even set the limit yet, actually. I'll show you. I knew people were going to be confused as fuck about that. Need to rename that file. Rename. Just gonna name it swing class.
Rename the file.
There. That's just what the Google Sheet says. It's not that, though, I promise. Whatever's on the Google Sheet is what you go off of, though. That's just what that message is titled from the document name, if that makes sense. It's not, though. And it's not starting. It's starting this week. I'm pretty much just going to stream privately whenever I see fit. So if I don't see a reason to stream or go over stuff or to find a swing or get into something, then I'm just not going to. So that's my big thing. So every day I'll have to announce if I'm doing one. So you'll see it in those the member section. You'll see me alert that. And if you have premium or lifetime in the trade Discord, you'll see it regardless because there's a channel for it now.
Google made a new high. Microsoft struggling.
Yeah, no follow through yet by SPY.
You got 3 minutes on this 30-minute candle.
Watch for Netflix to make a lower high or not. If they don't make a new high here, this could bring in more bears short term. Watch Nvidia below 236.70s. Watch AMD below 81. Google pushing past 94.70, bringing more strength into XLC. Microsoft trying to hold their retracement. Meta back over previous day high, trying to hold a higher level. Tesla push lower, touch 195.20s again. We'll see if they want to hold that area, or are they trying to push through 194.80s right there. At the same time, you have AMD. You have Amazon looking like a potential bearish retracement if they do not hold previous day highs at 94.90. Apple's still just holding up, nothing crazy. It's kind of what SPY's doing, kind of just up, but nothing crazy. We do still have tech in the lead. Comms have picked up, if anything. I'd say comms have gotten stronger in the past 20 minutes compared to tech. They've now caught up. They're pretty much the exact same. We have seen healthcare kind of just pick up just a little bit. Discretionary is just literally still just flat. Financials are up 0.25%. Everything else just kind of in between or barely down or barely up. Nothing really too damaging, nothing too helpful. But I would say one big thing is that comms have slowly picked up to be the second strongest sector, possibly even trying to be the strongest sector of the morning. Which again is your Netflix, Meta, Google. You can see that by looking at the Google chart, how well they're doing today. Netflix is up pretty well in the first 10-15 minutes. And then we have Meta, which they're actually the weakest one out of the three. And they're holding up pretty well now. Trying to hold previous day highs. If that pulls back down, look to see if Netflix or Google get any continued weakness into their charts over the next 10, 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And if they do, then you can bet XLC is coming back down. It Just gauging the strength of the weights of each sector that make up SPY. We know that the strong ones are tech and comm, so as soon as those slow down, we can look to see if any weakness picks back up, and that will bring the market down lower, or vice versa, goes back higher. Just gauging the strength and weakness as we see it. Can we stop getting this stupid Christmas music?
Way past Christmas. Amazon's still trying to hold after another retest, see if it's going to break lower. But still just trying to battle here, keeping a tight range overall. XOM overall has a pretty tight range. Berkby's trying to hold on top of pre-market high. Google's holding near the highs. Meta's still trying to hold that yesterday high. Nvidia still showing weakness, coming back towards pre-market low.
Good updates, Mike.
There you go, Bob. That's always a good day.
Gonna go home and nap, legend.
Bob's still battling a pre-market high area.
Amazon still holding previous day high.
I was just looking at that. That's looking good.
Tesla still, though, weak.
Apple's trying to hold pre-market high. Google's still trying to hold up there.
Microsoft holding a good retracement spot we drew out together. It's the breakout of pre-market high to the high of day. The Fibonacci golden retracement as well as the halfway point mixed together. Netflix holding a good spot as well still. Boeing did very well with the levels. Below 214.40s was the move, it looked like. That though that did happen too quick. They kept continuing past 212 and they've now even hit 209.60s. Which I don't have any targets below that.
Google pushing higher. Amazon getting higher off that yesterday high. It's got pre-market high, previous yesterday high above. Berkby's trying to get the previous intraday high. UNH pushing higher.
Coin is on fire as well. If you pay attention to a range between 64.75 and below 63.65, which again is these two levels here. You can see they just kind of formed a bunch of indecisive candles, got a good pump out of it, and now they're through that first target and they're going on to the next. Insane movement by coin this morning, as well as BA to the downside. Microsoft still supporting Apple in the fight for survival up here on these pushes by Apple this morning, because they're up well over 2%. How many of y'all use this watch list or every day or every week, or do you guys just kind of use it as a guideline? Are you new? Are you someone who's already doing something else? It's okay. I mean, it's not like if you don't use these levels, you're not going to succeed. There's a billion ways to succeed in the market. Just curious to see how many of you actually use the watch list every day or just here and there. Because there's days where it pops off. There's days where a couple of them are just kind of stagnant. I'm not going to say it works every day, every time.
Short-term buyer volumes kind of creeping in sneakily here as this wick's pushing up on the 10-minute. So potentially popping this previous intraday high. If we can get this buyer volume coming in, could push towards that 406 area that was mentioned.
Tesla just still falling.
Yeah, Tesla is the ugly one of the bunch. Making that new high. See how much volume we get. Meta coming up. Google making a new high. Amazon coming towards pre-market high.
Ooh, I like that 5-minute candle on SPY a lot. Huge wick to the downside, pulled all the way back up, small body candle, and that candle actually had rising volume over the previous two. Very strong candle on this one.
10-minute get rising buyer volume previous to previous with 2 minutes left. So we could push this 406 level. So if we get good increase in buyer volume here, that's going to give us that confidence we need to push the 406. See what we hold now. Apple creeping back up. Amazon closer to pre-market high. Berkby still holding up. Netflix and Nvidia's never broke pre-market low. Getting a nice push now.
I lied. Every day except Saturday and Sunday. Full disclosure. Totally fine if you don't use it on Saturday and Sunday. What a nerd.
Alright, getting to the area at 406.40 to 60 area we need to pop now. We're getting that increase of buy volume. Got about a minute left on this 10-minute candle. See if we're going to push right through this area. Microsoft coming back up. Amazon at pre-market high. Apple at previous intraday high. Tesla starting to come up, get some buyers. See if it gets over pre-market low. Meta coming up to pre-market high. XOM still hasn't broke out. See if it gets pre-market high. Nvidia coming on pre-market low pretty well. See if it gets that pre-market high.
They hit 406.59 to the cent.
Berkby pushing a new intraday high. So far, wicking off that area. First time, no cigar.
What? No stream on the weekends? I don't know if y'all could handle a stream on the weekend.
Got that new 10-minute candle.
What's up, Barros? Love the energy, man. Look at that. High of day perfectly hit the cent of the level that I have there. 406.59 to the cent. Very clean.
Microsoft made a new high day. Apple has not yet, so see if Apple's going to help out. XOM could break out and keep helping out. Berkby's still pushing new highs. Nvidia's still got a decently tight range.
Oh yeah, I saw you, Sinful. I saw you streaming those illegal streams. High quality too, because you're in the BB chat. Since everybody server boosted it, it has like some of the best quality whatever for streaming. From open, Daniel? Yes. From open, I would say yes. Because all you've done from open is make a good push above a good area, pulled back instantly. Within 5 minutes, that was the entirety of the pullback. They made a higher low over today's open, pushed from today's open, pushed that same breakout level again. And even though this candle wasn't good enough on its own, this candle adding on top of that definitely added some more confidence. And that was a pretty good push into that high. What needs to be done, though, is getting a push through these highs right here at 406.60s. But I would say so.
Nvidia is still trying to hold up here. I really like how that 10-minute chart looks. Especially if SPY can continue to push higher.
Ooh, good job, Deep.
Amazon getting going over that previous intraday high. Tesla is still weak. Google's still holding up. Nvidia coming up some more. See if it gets over that opening price pre-market high. Netflix still was bringing in that range, looking to break out higher or lower.
I actually called out Tesla in my Discord today too. We have a bot that posts just a couple alerts. Two of the ones that Leland set today were Tesla and AMD. It broke under that one time. I then posted what to look for. I was saying look for a retest. They actually got a continued retest of this. It never held back above that level again. Rejected PML. And then I also typed, hey, probably time to take some profits because price is broken even lower. So good job on anybody who's paying attention to that. Looks like DukeBot also closed some swings from premium over the weekend. They did good on a couple of those. And then we also talked about SPY in here and in Discord chat. I've been trying my best to update in the Discord chat at the same time. So we got both of those going for us. Because I know not everybody can sit in a stream. People do have to just kind of chill at work and read. Let's see, Danny. You said, could we see a pullback to pre-market high before the push-up? Yes, you could. That's kind of what I was just typing in chat, too. I was saying you could watch over 406.60s, or bears are looking to reject this area and come back down to that pre-market high, where we just kind of pushed up above slowly.
Microsoft pushing us higher. Apple's right near that previous intraday high. Google's trying to push higher. SPY's right there, still holding up towards previous intraday high. Nvidia getting that opening price, just needs to get pre-market high now.
Yeah, mostly lurk, but trying to engage more. Totally fine, man. Be comfortable. That's kind of my favorite part about my community is it's not just about like you can become better without engaging. Technically, it is better to engage, kind of interact with everybody, but overall, just be comfortable. That's the most important thing. If you're a talkative person, come join into the chats. If you're just someone who likes to chill and just kind of learn at the same time, do that. It's totally fine. BB course still 250? Yes, it is. 70% on Costco. You know how many glizzies I can get with that? A lot. Duke swings were fire. Hell yes, they were. Mel looks excited with Nvidia finally. We're still just kind of under this 406.59. If we can get above this 406.60s area, we could definitely see some more buyers. We'll see how long they last because this is not looking that supported yet. Can we get the new high? Can we get the new high? There it is. 1 cent, 4 cents, 5 cents.
Push it, hit the bid.
7 cents.
Amazon still holding up decent. I'd like to see Apple get going. Qs are trying to push nicely. Beach just been steady pushing, so financials definitely helping out. Netflix coming up to try to break out of that range. Nvidia's still holding up.
Yeah, you guys remember when comms were only up 0.70%? They're up over 1% on a new high of day. Same for tech. Remember they were down. They were only up 0.5, 0.6, 0.7%. They're now up 1.20, just about on a new high of day. So tech and comms still leading the way. It looks like financials have stepped in as a tertiary sector to help out more. So I would say it's again tech, comms, and then financials. Let's go, SPY. Rising volume on the 5 minute.
We got about a minute 30 left on this 10-minute candle. Volume's got decent amount of buyers coming in. See if we can really get it going and get an increase in buyer volume here. Apple's still creeping up. Amazon getting going. Tesla's starting to get a little bit of a green candle again. Google's getting a new high today with good volume. Microsoft, Meta, pre-market high, trying to break out. Netflix almost to that previous intraday high. Nvidia closer to pre-market high. Berkby still making new highs. Got some good push going now.
407. Interested to see how they react to 407.50 just because that is the level in between the 406.50, 408.50 area. But yeah, tech and comms definitely leading the way. Financials stepping in to help out. I'd also say discretionary helped out a little bit because they were kind of teetering under red. They're now almost up 0.5% on the day. I also see healthcare picked up just a little bit more. And again, no sector really damaging anything. AMD doing really good too. Netflix on another high of day. Insane day for them. They held their little retracement.
Got that new 10-minute candle. Nvidia right at pre-market high. Amazon new high day.
Microsoft and Netflix both held their retracement spots that we went over. I hope you guys are using those fibs more. That's multiple streams in a row we've gone over those more in depth. Using the same exact method, nothing new. Jesus, Noxta. Good stuff. Duke coming in clutch with the Costco play. And thank you guys for 100 likes on the stream. Be sure to drop a like if you have not already. Highly appreciate it. Yeah, it happens a lot, Noxta, the more you start to do it. That's kind of half a reason why people started thinking that me and Duke were the same person, because I would go in Lifetime, be like, all right, guys, I'm entering NVIDIA, blah, blah, blah. And then literally the same minute, you see Duke posting it, or you'll see Leland posting it, or you'll see someone talking about it, saying, I want to do this, or I want to do this with NVIDIA. And it's just like, okay. And sometimes you're not even looking at exactly the same thing. It just happens to line up that way, so it feels good. So it's not even just about like winning or losing trades as a team. Like, it's just cool to see that we're looking at the same plays. It's like, oh shit. And that also helps with risk management, because now every single person within that trade, or at least watching that trade, can kind of have a little bit more knowledge on what's going on with their trade. Like, oh, where should my stop be? Where should my target be? Just because everybody's already looking at it together. So that feels good too. Gotta start swinging more. I've already mentally doing a few that have been super successful, plus actually doing cost today. There's your first real swing of the year. And yeah, no need to push too crazy into it too fast. It's a very time-consuming process when it comes to swing trading, so take your time. Make it make sense. If you're not entering a trade that makes sense to you, then just don't enter it. It's as simple as that. Which it's not when you actually get down to clicking buttons and all that stuff, but it is as simple as that. Try to keep it so. Like, you shouldn't be practicing swing trading and be picking up 10 contracts. That just those don't line up.
Meta so far hasn't been able to get over pre-market high. Amazon's slowing down a little bit. Tesla's still under pre-market low. XOM's still in range. Nvidia's popping that pre-market high, previous intraday high, getting that new high day. Nice. Mel's probably dancing.
Mel does love his dancing. Alright, so we have some rising volume above 9 EMA headed towards pre-market low on Tesla. Keep eyes above 197s on Tesla if that does start picking up more. You're also going to want to side monitor Amazon, because Amazon's kind of a big reason we're seeing that recover. Amazon smacked that next level above. So I keep clicking that.
XOM creeping up a little bit more. Google still pushing new highs. B still trying to push new highs.
I like where SPY's trying to hold. We really could see 408s if they keep holding 406s like this. Also keeping eye on strength of the things that are leading us higher, tech and comms. Tech just now made a new high of day and comms very close to there still. Tesla plans to spend $5 billion to build its New Mexico Gigafactory. The factory will sit on a 4,200-acre piece of land and will employ 7,000 people, according to Nuevo Leon's governor. I thought there was more to that, but there wasn't.
NVIDIA pushing new highs. That's helping out.
Google's kicking ass today.
Yeah, it's just running. Microsoft too is holding up pretty well still. NVIDIA, now that it got started, is holding up pretty well.
Dude, what's with these songs? Yeah, NVIDIA, wow, for sure.
Got those new candles.
Good hold to 406.60 still. Like I said, as long as they hold this area, you look good for more buyers to try and step in towards 407.50, possibly 408.50 if they get a good move. Apple's still holding up. Big focus is to watch your two sectors that are mainly holding us up. That would be tech and comms. Discretionary are definitely third place when it comes looking at top weights holding us up. Tesla's still recovering a little bit. Meta, Google, Netflix are all the cause on why comms are doing so well. Microsoft picking back up again, helping out Apple, which is in turn helping out tech.
Ten-minute chart looks really good here if we can pop 407 with this volume. Microsoft's making their new high. Meta, it's right at pre-market high. It needs to get over that. Excellent, finally got over pre-market high. Berkbeef's potentially making a 3-bar play on the 10-minute to the upside. Nvidia's still near highs. So we're looking to see if we can get this and push that 408. Microsoft's still making new highs. Looks like it wants to go to 260. Meta's retrying pre-market high. Netflix pushing off the 9 on the 10-minute towards previous intraday high. Nvidia coming back towards pre-market high.
Tesla could not get over pre-market low.
Nope, rejecting off that. Amazon's still slowing down. Still holding up way better.
Microsoft and Google both slowed down too. That's tech and comms. Netflix still kind of fighting against high of day. Could be seeing a slowdown and potential reversal back down towards whatever's there for SPY. 405, 4560s. Everything's slowing down. This could be the start of something bigger. Playing this song.
It's slowing down a little bit more on SPY now. Not getting over 407 previous intraday high yet.
Oh, it definitely does.
Meta's starting to get that pre-market high. As SPY's pulling back. See if it's gonna pop that. Apple's still trying to hold up. Amazon coming back up a little bit. Bulls ain't giving up yet. Microsoft making a new high. Google making a new high. Amazon and Apple not far off. Nvidia's still holding pre-market high, trying to push back up off of it. Then the video retested pre-market high so far. Looks pretty good as it's pushing back up off of it. If it takes out that previous intraday high, that'll be looking pretty good. Got about 30 seconds on this next 10-minute candle. Apple making a new high a day. Microsoft right there. Meta creeping over pre-market high. Not much volume, but right there. New high day on Google.
Just still seeing a continued hold of 406.60s. Looks like they do want more upside as long as they're holding that area.
Trying to test that previous intraday high now. Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Meta all trying to push higher. Google, XOM creeping up a little more. I'd like to see Tesla really get over that pre-market low to help out. Then JPM hasn't really done too much. UNH is pretty much still in range. Berkby had a nice push.
Hey, and the bot in the Discord's doing pretty good too. So earlier it posted Tesla to the downside, it posted my update. And then it had AMD to the upside, posted my update. Now also telling people to TP on both of them.
Nice. Slight new high day push here on SPY. Amazon getting a new high day. Microsoft, Google, Apple, Tesla coming back up to pre-market low. NVIDIA making a new high day. 3-bar play working out on NVIDIA on the 10-minute. Looks like nice. So we'll see how fast we can get through 407.50 to 408.
Google and Meta on fire for the comm sector. Netflix also doing very well. That whole sector is just on fire.
Yeah.
And they're still not doing as good as tech.
And Meta has some room to catch up because, it is up a little bit, but it's just not moving like the rest yet. Percentage-wise, it's almost the same, but on the chart, it looks a little stuffed up.
100% Sherman. So I'm saying, man, I don't know why some people don't play these levels. They'll ignore them, but they'll continue playing whatever indicators. Like, all right, man, whatever.
If Tesla gets over pre-market low and opening price, that could be a buy the dip on Tesla because they haven't moved much today. They did have that little downside move, but comparable, they haven't moved too much.
Good job, Mel.
NVIDIA got some good volume pushing higher. Netflix finally getting that new high. Microsoft's really getting going with Apple. XOM coming up towards that yesterday high.
Yeah, my bad, Jazz. Yes, I did. I watched it yesterday, actually. It was a little late. I like how it's starting out. I like it.
Good job on everybody's little scalps. I see you guys posting down there. Good stuff.
Good job, Mel, Shaq, Deep, Taylor.
Let's push 407.50, 407.50. Put that shit in flat. It's like DJ mix I got going on my headset right now. It's going pretty hard.
Apple fighting their next level. Daily time frame looks beautiful. Bullish engulfing into a good little rally, rising volume, higher open, another continuation day. Got another gap above here we could definitely go fill. 408.20s, which that lines up with our smaller time frame level as well.
Tesla still can't get over that pre-market low here.
SPY, big red reaction. See if we get a break of this 406.36, 406.60 range. Hey, VKK said, thanks to Bueller, Barry, and Leland who helped me get to where I am today. I have 250% growth on my account in 2023 so far and have been having a great run. There's 3 folks above have always been there to guide and help it improve. Through ups and downs, it's a testament to their skills, leadership, so on and so on. But I wanted to let him know it's because of his own hard work as well. You don't just get through this on your own. Definitely takes a lot of your own time, patience. Really gets to you over time. But good job, VKK, nonetheless. Great job. Well-deserved gains. He's been with us for 3 years now. 2 years. Going on 3 years. How was everyone's weekend this past weekend? You guys had Saturday and Sunday off. If you guys are a YouTube member or a lifetime member in the Discord, please check out the video that I provided this past Sunday. Yesterday, right at lunchtime, basically. Definitely take time to check that content out. Talked about what to expect in front of us. What all news do we have ahead, economic-wise. All that good stuff, chart-wise.
Tesla on the 10-minute looks like you're trying to build base here on the pre-market low. If it pops out at an opening price, that could be getting an upside move. But if the market starts coming down, it could reject off pre-market low and take out that previous intraday low, giving us a downside move towards 192.88. Kind of watching on Tesla this tight range. Oh yeah, Wacko Jack, and the Manny Petties are where it's at.
God, Baba, what the hell? Coin as well. I don't think I'd see part of that pump. That was a huge move. God, Baba and coin. That was just wild recoveries. Those had such sharp moves to the downside. Glad you had fun, Jacko. Anybody catch the John Jones fight? Well, I don't know if I'd call it a fight.
He choked him out so quick. I like dude's face afterwards. He didn't realize how good John Jones grappling was.
I'll try to get in with you, Sandollar. Yeah, I remember when he tapped, I was like in the middle of saying, there's no way he taps down here. Dude will get out of this and we'll have a better fight.
I didn't even watch the fight. I watched like a highlight video breakdown on YouTube, but dude broke it down really good. And he was like, "Look, he lifted his chin, slid it. Like it was so textbook. Like that was so deep.
Yeah,
There's no way he wasn't."
We're gonna see John Jones versus Stipe Milchik.
Starting to come down a little bit more.
Talking about Francis Ngannou, yeah. You want to see John Bones Jones versus Curtis Blades? Some white chicks. Yeah, I don't blame people who don't pay to watch it, to be honest. It's their own fault for them having their event set up that way. They should have it to where it's like you pay a subscription and you get all access to everything all the time, not having to pay pay-per-view every time. It's like, that shit's so stupid. They need to adapt. I do think it's cool though on the subscription-based thing you can watch other events that have happened, but that's just not it. He needs to have the live events as well.
Yeah. it's kind of weird to pay for a subscription and not get access to live events. Even if they want to charge more for the subscription, you know what I mean, to make up for it.
Yeah, I mean, then do it. You know, people would pay it if they had a set cost.
100%.
I'd
Nvidia
pay it.
making that new high. What do you think, like the max out cost? You think they could snipe on something like that? 500 a year.
I was gonna say like $50 a month.
So yeah, that comes out to 600 a year.
I mean, people gotta understand it will cost. This isn't like a normal subscription, but I'm sure ESPN and whoever could get a really good deal going. They might not though. I mean, it's a lot of work to get to that direction compared to where they already are. It's probably not the easiest process.
But slowing down to that area, the 9 is also hanging out in that area on the 10 minutes, so it's giving us a double area of interest. Meta's still trying to hold up there. Most stuff that's rallied's holding up. Netflix is making a new high. Got that new 10 and 30-minute candle. 30-minute candle not looking too good for the bulls. Looks like we might be rejecting off that area. Looks like everything's slowing down in sync now.
Pretty good hold of the 406.40, 406.60s. We're still looking for them to maintain holding this for a potential bounce off of this to retest high of day, possibly push through 407.50 and reach that farther out target at 408.50. If we get a break under the 406.36, 406.60 range, then we are most likely going to be seeing a pullback down towards the 405.60, which was the first area we pushed above to make it this high, to reach this area. Pretty good morning so far, Cooper. I would say pretty slow morning, and then we had a good push. I would say I really didn't get excited until I saw this candle. It was nice to see this candle because, yes, it was a good rejection after the first break, but honestly, it was a really good kind of just eye-opener saying, hey, we're still holding today's open, even with this movement. You know, whatever's going to happen should be bull-related. End up getting a push, that new high. They hold with a very nice wick under and very good volume compared to the previous two candles. And then they pretty much take it from there. Since that candle, they had big control up until about 407.40. Pretty good sideways consolidation, kind of like what we saw this morning. And then now we're just seeing take profits and potential short sellers taking over. So we're kind of watching to see who takes over 406.40, 406.60 range. But overall, bulls do still have control from open. And they have pretty much all morning. Since opening, they haven't pushed under that area once. But we are seeing some seller volume step in on this candle and this candle. So definitely see some slowdown. But overall, though, really good morning of price action. I'd say Friday was also kind of an eye-opener. Even though it was slow, taking its time to break out above 400, it did very well. Even though it took its time to hold over 400, they ended up closing up in the 403, 405 range. So pretty big move on Friday. You can see today also kind of getting that slow but stable, clean price action. It's just taking its sweet time. But still, nonetheless, beautiful price action.
That's 30-minute held right on top of the body of the, not previous, but the candle before. If it takes out that previous intraday high, that's going to be looking really bullish on SPY. Google's just a slow chug up. Meta still hasn't brought pre-market high. All right. So far, the nine's been holding really well on the SPY 10 minute. Pushing up off of it right now. See if we can get some more volume coming in with 2 minutes left to take out this previous high. We're taking out the bodies of the previous two candles. We just got to take out that wick now. Apple trying to make new high a day. Amazon coming back up. Tesla still squeezing below pre-market low, trying to get back there with a green candle. Meta trying to get that free market high, get some buyer volume coming in, see if it's going to finally get going as Google's pushing another new high. Got a next new 10-minute candle. Meta's confirming over pre-market high, trying to push. Google's still chugging up. Amazon making a new high a day. Microsoft getting that new high a day. Amazon, Google still new high days. And slow push on Meta over this pre-market high.
Yeah, very slow move. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of Friday, where it does really good with the levels, goes a good distance, but just takes forever. Stable price action these past 2 days. To be fair, Traveler, you were asking like all these other tech tickers, discretionary comms, all these other weights of the market are all green, yet Tesla's red. To be fair, they are still coming off a little bit of their buy the rumor, sell the news type price action. All they've really done since then, since that Tesla event has sold off, recovered. I'd say today is just a reset day because they haven't really lost any ground, but they are experiencing a small red day. So I would just say it's kind of catching up. Plus, it's not like it's that red. It's still under 1% red. Its sector isn't even up 0.5%. It's really tech and comms that kind of brought us up so much, so well. Microsoft and Apple kind of kicking ass in that XLK folder. And you got Google, Netflix, Meta all doing their kick-ass job. Which they're still all up over 2%. No problem.
Apple pushing new highs nicely still.
Yeah, seriously kick-ass job today by the king of the market, Apple. Up over 3%. That's another thing, too, that people don't think about. It's like, you know, so what if one or two tickers are red? You know, if there's a ticker that's doing very well, that's awesome. Because look at SPY. So SPY's only up, we'll say 0.75%, right? Go to Analyze. You see Tech, they're a little over 27% of the market. What is the biggest holding of Tech? Apple, 6.6. It's almost 7% of the largest sector. So it's the largest weight of the largest sector, making it mean if any time it moves largely, that is going to affect SPY. So if Apple's up 3% on the day, that's going to help. Them also having the support of Microsoft, and then of course the comm sector, even with discretionary only being up 0.5%, Tesla being red on the day, it's still not enough to hold SPY down because of the more things that are green that weigh more, if that makes sense. Again, trying to break it down in very basic terms.
Meta getting nice increasing buyer volume on this 10-minute candle finally.
Now, will we get this high of day, or are we going to reject under it? Looks like a lot of things are slowing down or coming back down to where they previously broke out from. Nvidia top heavy, AMD's top heavy, Google looking like they're slowing down still. Meta, even though they tickered higher, they still haven't really gone anywhere. Tesla still rejecting pre-market low to the T. I mean, you can't sit there and say the levels don't work, and even though the one that's against the market is literally working out to the T. Amazon's still kind of just under 96.40s, which is, I think, the last. Okay, no, I said 97 is the last one, but still very close to the last target. 2 out of 3 of them. And while all that's happening, Apple's pushing another new high of day.
Apple's got that won't stop, don't stop attitude today. Microsoft as well. They're pretty much been in unison all day. Google. JPM and Berkby are starting to get going to the upside again. See if that's going to help push SPY through that high day. I watch SPY and ES Mo, but it's essentially the same as SPX. You can really trade on any of them. At that previous intraday high, trying to get going. XOM coming up, Apple pushing, banks helping out. Much steam on that new high. New 10-minute candle. Nvidia slowing down more. Tesla's still having a hard time. Meta having a hard time. Netflix still kind of just slowly chugging up.
Good job, VKK. Good job, Mel. Picking up Bueller. Picked up 6 calls for 310 on that dip. What do you like about Bueller? Let me look. You like them for a potential rounding bottom, I see. Those move slow, but they are very strong when they do hit.
Well, I get another slowdown here.
That's some pretty significant volume. Significant volume on the weekly and the daily. Hey man, I can't judge. You've been sniping picks like this. I was just curious what it looked like. Pretty impressive though on the weekly and the daily. Most people would look at that and think early, and it probably is. But overall, that does look pretty good. I'd say that has pretty good risk reward on it. Might need more time than March 10th, but I see what you're going for. AMD, Nvidia headed down more since I last mentioned. Netflix also. Just seeing a lot more stocks become more weak than I am strong right now. A lot of things just kind of rejecting or pulling down more. It's probably going to bring SPY down a little more. 407.50 though. Good job on everybody who pointed out that target on their own. I saw a bunch of you guys do it without me. So good job on that. Only really making that a target because of how slow things are. It's good to kind of point out where everything is. 407.50 being a level in between our recent range here. 406 and 408.50. Tech still holding up pretty well, even though we are getting a pullback. Healthcare's flat. Discretionary headed back towards flat. Comms are still up a very good amount, also teeter-tottering. Financials getting a lower high end, possibly breaking lower. Industrials are pushing lower. Staples are pushing lower. Base already broke lower. Those are in range. Possibly so far, yes, Mini. Do have a rejection of the same level twice. Just no follow through after. That's really the big thing to watch today. We're seeing a pretty good hold of 406.60 still, which we kind of stopped at. We pushed over, held over, held over, held over, pushed off of, held over, pushed off of, held over. So we're just really looking to see who has control of this area here at 406.60. Someone else in the Discord saying at the same time as you, Minnie, so good job. You too, Sancho. Uh, 407.50 was again just an area in between chance. It wasn't like a perfect area we grabbed or anything. Just because things were so slow in pushing into our area here, knowing that 408.50 is our next level, we just simply went from here to here to say, all right, well, about 407.50 areas where we need to look at for a potential in-between area that we don't have marked is all. That's why I didn't mark it to fill up your chart. But that was the kind of in-between area, which I didn't even bring it up first. A few people in the YouTube stream did first, and then I brought it up on stream. Just to kind of have as a kind of backup target in case this didn't continue pushing higher and higher, which so far it hasn't. It's been very slow. Pushed up, touched that area, rejected, pushed up again, touched that area, rejected, and now they're just kind of sitting in between that and our 406.50s.
Short-term volume starting to pick up a little bit as we're getting closer to 406.50. Meta's coming down, Tesla, Amazon's starting to reject a little more, Nvidia breaking through that 406.60 area. 405.80 is the 9 on the 30-minute. See if we're going to pull back to that. That is above the pre-market high, right above.
Patrick also pointing out that's the wedge on the daily where we rejected. Good call out, Patrick. Do seem to be breaking lower under 406.60s. Can we break 406.36 and possibly bring us back down towards 405.60s? Tesla and Reddit Cup and handle breakdown 15-minute. These streams are calming. It might be a slow day, but no FOMO. Was able to grab a triple Q call for 20%, sitting on hands now. Great job, Chad. It's definitely a really good feeling to not just win a trade, but to win it in a calm manner, to make it feel like it really was all you. Great work, though, Chad. Very happy to hear that. And another good thing, too, using this as a resource. We're not sitting here telling you where anything is going. We're just updating. We're talking about what's possible from what area. So good job taking that kind of on your own intuition, taking on your own, hard work, not just sitting here taking spoon-feeded plays or mentions or anything. It also feels good to do it on your own. Definitely a Chad. Chad move, Chad. Apple's pulled down a little bit more. We saw they were up almost 3.15%. They're now up 2.85%. So they pulled back a pretty good amount. Amazon pulled back more. Tesla just still sitting at their lows. Meta pulled back more. Microsoft fighting to possibly pull back more. Google pulled back more. AMD pulled back all the way to pre-market high. Nvidia is just above their pre-market high. And Netflix is sitting above their retracement spot still. Square made a lower high. SPX made a second rejection. SPY futures broke base. BA is building base after that nasty dip they took this morning. BABA doing the opposite, building base well after their crazy move to the upside. Same for coin. Damn, Devin.
Light on Money Monday.
Light work.
I circled my entry and exit on that chart. You gotta kind of zoom in to see it.
I saw
You
it.
can see, but
It was pretty easy to see.
Oh, my one computer screen is not very easy. So,
I had to zoom in a little bit, but it was perfect. How would I draw a golden pocket on AMD? Well, it's probably too late now because you've already had price retrace so much, but if I had to, I would go from point of breakout to where they slowed down at, which they did kind of slow down here, but it wasn't anything crazy. They kind of slowed down here, but it really just built base. And if you were already past this point, you could just say, all right, well, I'm going to grab here because this is where high of day was. And then golden pocket would be down here of that breakout. Which, you know me, I like to add both. So they really started pulling back through that area there at 82.80, 82.70. Pretty good break of the 9 EMA, pretty good break of that retracement spot. It was really kind of just watch this area here where price sat on top as before. They even broke under that. Now they're back to square one. So what I would watch on AMD is, are they going to try to hold pre-market high? And if they do, are they going to just come up, reject this real quick, come back down further, invalidate, push higher? Or are they going to come back down to today's open, which is now at 82.03? So you can now watch that as kind of a out of the range level because it's already past all that. But that's how I would have drawn my fib on AMD. It's a little too late now. No open range breakout. Today we did that on Netflix. We went from point of breakout over the high of day to the high of this first move. and it gave us this in between range right here. As you can see, Netflix did work up pretty good support up on top of that, and then pushed just a little bit higher. So not crazy movement, but still very, very strong area to watch on Netflix. I think the other one we did was Meta. No. It was an M. Microsoft. There we go. I knew it was an M. But this one was pretty simple too. We went from kind of the meat of the pre-market high to the high of this first move that happened. Price came back down, and they ended up holding that short-term retracement at golden pocket and halfway point. Ended up building off of that, and they made new highs from there. And they're still high up on that chart from that moment. Which now, if you really wanted to, you could go from here to here. Draw this now. They held that. They continued higher. Haven't really had a good push since then. They're just kind of holding. Good question, though, Evis. SPY sitting on 9, SMA on 15-minute. Good call out, Taylor.
The 9 on the 30 minutes lining up with 406. The SPY doesn't crack under pre-market high 406. It's almost hard to short it. There's a couple things that still can move to the upside, and Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, they're not really selling off very fast, so that's not giving me a lot of confidence for a good downside move.
And look
So
where it perfectly just hit. Just hit the 406.36 to the cent.
We could just be hitting a downside, a little retest before another retest a high day. Doesn't mean we're going to get a new high day, but definitely going to possibly retest again. But that'd also be the third time it retests on short-term price action, so that third time could give us a nice pop with a rule of 3. So we'll see. I'm not taking any more trades today, though.
Shit, with what you just did, there's no need to.
There's no confidence until see some more action. So everybody looking at 212 people in here. The market's been going for a while. What'd you trade? Did you follow your trade plan? You stick to your rules? How's the day been for all y'all? Rainbow's selling a bunch of Apple shares. Can't be mad at that. Apple's up nicely. Solid day, green candlestick. Traded Tesla off the low. Okay. Stuck to the plan. Got stopped out at break even. You can't get ever mad at that. You took the opportunity, exposed yourself at the market, took the chance. You couldn't have been a 100%er, but you got stopped out at your trade plan. So that works. Knox still protecting his swing gains with not taking any day trades yet. Mel's green mentally, and Jazz mental take Google's nice little push. Nice. What percentage of profits did you get, Ace, though? You know, you can't ever really take profits early if you hit a nice little goal. And could your trade plan help you by staying in that trade and getting more profits out of there? Go back to the trade plan, review it, see what you could have did differently. Maybe paid attention to the 9, moved your stop loss up. Nice, Sherman. Yeah, Meta's still got a really tight range. They still could have a decent move. Breaks down under that yesterday high. It's got to pre-market low. Then if it gets over previous intraday high, it's got nice 190.31. Logan's dad's still holding the bag. Jonathan, I'm done. It's Money Monday. Made the money. Gonna come back tomorrow. Started to set the pace off for a good week. Give yourself some room for your stop losses.
See you later, Sherman. Yeah, if we can't get back over the 9 EMA, we're not looking good here, as we're possibly looking to lose the mid 406s, is how I should say it.
Four or six is going to be a big level.
Tech possibly rejecting to help bring more weakness in. Comms also, which those were the two strong sectors this morning. Nvidia fighting pre-market high again. Same for AMD. So far today, we had kind of a slow base build this morning right after open. Really good strong hammer ended up taking us into the higher highs of today from this candle here that I'm currently pointed over with good volume. Rising volume ended up picking up after that. They took us into the 407s, hit about 407.50, and we've been slowed down ever since about that area. So that'll be a big resistance to look past forward the rest of the day, going into the higher part of the chart at 408.50. If we get a break under 406.40s here, looks like we might be pulling back down and testing at least 405.70s, 405.60 area, which if we break that, we most likely will retest today's open, and 404.90s around the 405 area. On the bigger time frames, we have had a pretty impressive push since the form of this kind of descending move to the downside, and then we got this rising, or not rising volume, this bullish engulfing. I ended up getting a gap up into a rising volume day over day. You see rising volume day after day, and then since then we get another higher open, and we've hit the next area between 405 and 407s. Today we're looking to see if we can get a close past that for a new high, or if we're going to reject this and pull back down lower before getting a better continuation higher. So I'll have to see what comes of that in the next few days. We do have PAL twice, both on Tuesday and Wednesday of this week, so be very careful. There are other pieces of news coming out as well as the week after that, the week after that, and the week after that. Big news coming out. We have CPI as well as the Fed meeting coming up with the weeks coming out after this week. So be very careful. But overall, this is what we are looking out for on the bigger and smaller time frame. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Please tune into the Discord if you guys are looking for extra updates or messages or just more interaction or engagement from the community as a whole. There's a lot of people in there who just want to work together and work hard. So we'll see you guys in there. But thank you guys for tuning into the stream today. It definitely means a lot to us. And again, thank you guys for all the likes. But I'll see you guys later on. Again, thank you again.
Thank you.